How's it going, everyone? So today what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be going over a trade that we took inside of the Discord on some AMD calls that went up over 60%. We did leave some runners, but I feel like on YouTube it would be great to show you what our strategy is and how we actually attack the market and how we wait for opportunities. So for AMD, what we noticed inside of the pre-market right around 9 a.m., there were a lot of sellers at this $97 level. As it got into the market open right at 9:30, you can see that it sold off dramatically. It came into this demand area right here between 94.80 and as well as $95. Keep in mind, one of the rules that we have, we do not trade the first 30 minutes of the market open unless it is a great setup. So in this particular scenario, AMD sold off and it came down to these lows inside of demand between 94.80 and 95. What happened? It found support and then it had a strong bounce to where it saw a high at 96.34 and it was around 10.30. So here's the thing, when we're looking at supply and demand, we're saying, hey, there's a lot of sellers who are hanging out here at the $97 level, right? That's where we have the strong sell-off. And we also do know that, hey, we have buyers, we have interest here between 94.80 and $95. So here's the thing, I'm going to ask you this question. Does it make sense to buy calls on AMD if it's trading at $96? Most definitely not, because then you see, well, you know what, from the upside perspective, we have sellers hanging out at 97. So it wouldn't make any sense to buy calls. If you wanted to scalp, then sure, but there's just not enough meat on the bone, like I would say inside of the Discord. So when I looked at this, I said, you know what, I'm going to wait for the opportunity to come to me. So it did pull back around 11:05. It got down to 95.50. It held and then it moved back up again and then it hit resistance again at 96. And what happened? It was rejected. It was trying to make multiple attempts to break this level, but it just did not happen. But then what happens here at 12:15? We have a strong sell-off from 96 and it comes right back into demand. So this is why inside of Discord, it was around 1:18 p.m. I told everyone I'm buying $98 calls that expire this Thursday on AMD. So when I told everyone, I paid about $55 per contract. And this is what I said. Place your stop loss at 94.80 and we're looking to enter around 95. Before we entered, we were looking for confirmation. So on this 5-minute chart, we saw that support held up, right? We could see 4 different attempts right at 94.90 area. So when it got up to 95 and it got to 95.05, I took the position and I let everybody know inside of the Discord, hey, AMD's looking really good. We're going to be buying calls. We're right near that demand zone. So we had low risk, as you could see. So we're pretty much only risking 20 cents here, right? Look at that. We have our stop loss at 94.80. We're entering in at around 95.05 to 95.10. Perfect. So then what happens? I said, hey, we want to have our profit target or we want to start scaling out when AMD gets to 96. Why did I choose 96? Because we knew that was previous resistance from before. Again, you have to have a game plan. So what essentially happens, we had some consolidation. It didn't move up right away. As you can see here, it came back near the levels that we bought it for, back at 150. So like 30 minutes later. So anyone who even missed the initial entry still had the opportunity to get back in. So what occurs? So we have some consolidation and then the market begins to break out after 2 o'clock. What happens? AMD goes on a crazy run up. So it goes to our $96 profit target level and then I told everybody, hey, if you want to take profits, make sure you do not let this trade go red. This is a green trade. So we bought those contracts for 0.55 per contract or $55 per contract. And we sold the last contract for $90. Again, over 60%. I told people if you want to leave some runners, I was going to leave one runner behind. So with that said, this is why I say have a strategy. And when we look at what our risk to reward was, it was a 3.8 to 1. So what does that mean? We were risking $1 to make $3.80. This is a high quality trade. And as you can see further, it continued to run up. And as it continued continued to run up as we were going into the close. AMD got to that high right around 96.5. Right now inside of the pre-market, because I am recording this video on Tuesday morning, you can see it's right at 96.96. So what did it do? It went right back into the supply area. So what I'm going to do for you guys right now, we're going to do a replay. This is going to be a live trade, and I'm going to show you guys through it. Again, I want you guys to see this strategy so you can use it for yourself. So let's do the replay mode on TradingView. We're going to go further back to where we were inside of the pre-market. Let's move the screen. And now let's play it out. So as we watch the chart play out, we have it on 1x. Let me speed it up a little bit more for you guys. So we put it on 3x. So there we go. We got rejected at the 97. We came to the demand, right, between 94.80 and 95. We started trading in the middle. We weren't coming into our demand zone, right? So I'm waiting for it. So we come right into our demand area. Boom, right? This is where we buy in, and we want to ride it up. We have a profit target of 96. Breaks above it. And then it continues to move up further. Again, textbook move. So now the next thing that I want to show you guys real quick is this. Here are the confluences. Here are the confirmations that we got while taking this trade, just to do as a quick recap. We saw AMD sold off in the morning. We saw strength. The bulls were showing up right between 94.80 and as well as $95. Confirmed. We wanted to take a position. We were looking for the retest. We didn't want to buy calls anywhere else. It came down into the area again. This is where we entered into the position. I send out the alert, and then we rode the uptrend all the way up. And as you can see it inside of the pre-market today, it's at 97. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to show you guys how I broke it down inside of the Discord for everyone that participated. We work as a team, so if I'm in a play, I'm going to make sure I'm giving out updates. I'm not leaving anybody behind. So let's take a look at that right now. So here we are inside of the private Discord, and I'm going to go through all of the updates that I gave to the members who decided to participate in the play. So at 1:18 p.m. yesterday, I said that I'm buying AMD $98 calls that expire on Thursday for 0.55 per contract. They then went to 0.60 per contract. I let everyone know at 1:21 p.m. I then mentioned that I'm going to be moving my stops to break even. Remember, I paid $55 per contract. I said that the calls are now 0.65 per contract at 1:36 p.m. And that's when I let everybody know. Don't let this trade go red, please. We have to put out that reminder. And then the calls were $70 per contract. I let everybody know that at 2:36 p.m. I said the calls then went up to $84 per contract at 3:13 p.m. And then at 3:33 p.m., because I just wanted to walk away from my computer, I said, hey, the calls are 0.90 per contract. That's how we got that plus 60%. I said congrats to all of the members who joined. Our 96 target hit as well, so manage your positions, and I'm leaving one runner behind. Also, I have to give a shout out to Meta inside of the Discord. He's been here probably since the beginning when I just started up the Discord. He went into DWAC calls, so you can see he bought $15.50 calls that expired on Thursday. He paid $35. By 12:25, his first position, he started at 10:17 a.m. They got to $54. And then afterwards, right at 3:41 p.m., the calls went up to $97. So Meta did a lot better than I did. We even joked back and forth, and I said, hey, we got to make a dedicated channel for you. You have been crushing it. But overall, that's pretty much how we do our alerts. Whenever we see a good quality setup that fits our criterias, then hey, I'm going to let the members know when I take the trade, and I'm going to walk them through the process because, again, I don't just want to throw fish to my members. I want to make sure I teach you guys how to fish. So if you guys have any questions, leave it down inside of the comments. And also, if you want to join the Discord, you can find the link inside of the description. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll talk soon.